Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great Saturday and a great weekend. Well, as you can see, today I am starting this one. I'm not sure what to call it. It's got a red bridge and it's got a reddish pavilion. Yeah. And it comes from PaintSomeWay, as you can see in the description. Yeah, and the color I'm using is 498, which is one of my favorite reds. So, yep, we will just stitch. Oh my goodness. Yesterday was just totally a lazy day. I didn't go anywhere. I did sit out on the porch yesterday morning till about 1-ish. For a couple hours and just sat there and stitched. Yeah, it was very lovely. And then later on in the day, about 4 o'clock or so, the wind started to kick up and it was just not worthy of being able to sit out again. And it did that pretty much until the sun went down. So I don't know what was up with that. It never did rain anymore, or any less than it had earlier. You know, I mean, it really looked like it was going to do something several times yesterday and nothing. So it probably rained up on top of the mountain, but not here. So, yeah, I just felt the need and the desire to start this one. I think it's beautiful. I even noticed that down in this corner, you can kind of see it in the thing, that's going to be like a Zen garden, you know, where you use the rakes and you make like circles or squares or triangles or whatever you do. Yeah, that's what this part right in here is, part of the Zen garden over here. But we're working on the bridge. Just because I wanted to work with a bright color, I guess. Oh my goodness. Just stitched. I stitched on the sampler yesterday. And I stitched on... what did I stitch on? The tulips. And I stitched on the last one I just started. I can't even think what it was in there. Oh, it was the 2 houses. Sorry. A little brain dead today. What can I say? It's what happens when you don't do much. Your brain kind of gets stagnant. I watched a little bit of YouTube, watched a little bit of Netflix, and I listened to one of my audiobooks for a long time. I'm listening to, it's by Nora Roberts, and it's the Guardian trilogy, and I think I'm on the first book, which is Star of Fortune. I own those in books. I've actually read the books cover to cover, and at one point I got the trilogy from the library because they had it there. And then I noticed that it was on my my audio. Is it audio.com? Yeah. So I just got it again, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought I would just listen to that and just relax. Didn't watch any more TV or anything like that. I don't know, I just don't feel the desire to watch too much TV anymore. You know, like syndicated stuff. Just don't. I got away from it when I was working nights and never went back. Yeah. So things like Grey's Anatomy I watch on Netflix when a new season comes out. I just I don't know. I got over watching TV. And all the stupid commercials in between, I kind of got spoiled. So it's just as easy to wait for it to come out and watch the new season, that kind of thing. I'd like to know when they're going to have the next Bridgerton one. But rest assured, I'll be waiting and watching that as well when it comes out. I do like that series. But this just appealed to me today. Seemed like there was a lot of traffic going up and down our back road, because if you come in that way, you can take that back road all the way into town. You don't have to get on the main stream where all the traffic is. It gets a little old fighting traffic and trying to figure out which direction you got to leave someplace so that you can get across traffic or go around the block, as it may be. Yeah. Fun times. This is what we do in the summer. Then you get so used to taking that back road, you forget in the winter time, and it's not a good winter time to road to take. It kind of goes up and downhill, you know, depending on which direction you're going. So, yeah. You have to retrain your brain to go on the main road where, you know, all the plows have been and stuff. So, yeah, that's how our lives are. My daughter said they weren't going to get to go camping this weekend because my son-in-law got his schedule changed again. They're on 410s, and they had somebody quit, and so he has to work Saturday. Otherwise, he would have been off Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Well, now as it is, he's off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because, and Wednesday, I think. Because since he works for the county, he gets the day after a holiday off. Yeah. It's a bit. So, I don't know if they're going to plan to go next weekend or not. So, we'll see. I won't be going either time. But, and my granddaughter, she didn't want to go tent camping because she said there was just too many bugs, and she didn't want to have bugs in the tent. I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. So that killed that idea, because my daughter does not relish taking the camper, you know, being the person that drives the camper. And yeah, no, that ain't happening for her. So she was going to take them tent camping, but they decided not to go do that. And she didn't know who was going to get her up off the ground if she had to sleep on the ground. So, fun times. Up there it kind of looks like a bunch of confetti. So, that's why I started on the bridge, in case you're wondering. Yep, I just, not today. I was working on that sampler. It's almost bad enough, but you can about get through one whole strand of thread you know, in an area. Of course, there are some parts of that sampler that you've got to stop and start, you know, because you don't want to drag the thread across the open part of the canvas that's not stitched on because it's a partial. So there was a lot of that, so that's why I opted for the bridge. It looked the most, yeah, like it had the most symbols here. So we'll just see if we can hack into part of this. I just don't know. So no grand plans for today either. What can I say? Just kind of a weekend. Just not wanting to go anywhere, fight any traffic, do that kind of thing. You know, no. Just does not appeal to me at all. I'm sure. Oh, excuse me. There's a lot of people going to be at the parks and stuff, you know, because people do have to work sometimes through a holiday. So they'll be having picnics and everything else at the parks here in town. And even down by the rivers. So, a river, I should say. Don't believe there's two of them. River, creek. Yeah, I guess it's a river. Yeah, it's the Arkansas River. But it's probably only 500 feet wide, maybe 1,000. That'd be pushing it, maybe. It's kind of narrow through there, so. But they have paths for people to walk on both sides of the river. But, yeah. So there's no place to sit in peace and quiet and just stitch and do nothing, because people will be everywhere. In the park in town, it's close to a place that's kind of like a, I don't want to call it a drive-in. It's not a drive-in. It's just like, I don't know if you remember how the McDonald's used to be, where you'd walk up to the front and place your order, and then you'd wait a minute, and then they'd hand you your order or call your number or whatever. And there's no place, not hardly, there's like 2 stools in there to sit down. So, you know, you have to go in the park behind this place to get someplace to sit down. So yeah, it's not, no. Or you can take it all back to your car as far as that goes. But they have hamburgers and chicken strips, and they have ice cream, and they have like ice cream sundaes and malts and ice cream cones and stuff like that. And yeah, and it's kind of expensive for a hamburger, but they do have good food there. I haven't decided what I'm having for dinner. Yesterday I got out my a bag of my what is it, my red beans and rice, and had that at lunch because it was kind of dreary, and I don't know, whenever it's dreary I need soup. So I had a bowl of that then, and then I had a bowl of it later on for dinner. So, whoops, sorry for the reach. That's what I had. But I did get, when I was at the grocery store, I got some brats. And you know what really sounded good was deviled eggs. So I may make some of those either today or tomorrow. I'm not real sure. If and when I'm going to do that. But I haven't had any deviled eggs in a long time, and it seems like when I go to my daughter's house, my son-in-law's dad makes deviled eggs, and he puts capers in them, and I do not like them. Capers or the way the deviled eggs turn out, so it's just as easy to make my own, but why not, right? Sometimes if you want something, you just gotta make it yourself. And I make mine with mayonnaise, and my daughter only likes them made with Miracle Whip. Yeah, it's ugly. It's like, okay, fine. I'll just, yeah. No. But I do not want any damn capers in my deviled eggs. Nasty, nasty, nasties. I never really got onto capers. I just think they're absolutely gross. Maybe they're better if you have a drink, like an alcoholic drink or something with it. I got nothing. No, that doesn't even sound appealing either. I don't want any alcohol. No. I'll settle with water or Coke or something on that level, but no. Oh, I think I need a nap again today. Not again, but need to go back to sleep. Some days are just absolutely like that. I think yesterday's rain and cloudiness just caused me to be flat out tired. Does rain affect you like that? Or are you one of those that just absolutely loves the rain and, you know, makes you all feel awake and peppy and everything? Me? No. I could easily just crawl back into bed and, yeah, just stay there the rest of the day. It's not like I'm depressed. I just makes me tired, I guess. I don't know if we'll have rain today or not. Oh, goodness gracious. Laid down yesterday for 2.5 hours. Wasn't tired at all. Just totally exhausted. Didn't really want to get up, but I did. Managed to make it to midnight, and then I just couldn't take any more. Wonder if my daughter got her loading up and stuff taken to the auction yesterday. I haven't talked to her yet today, so don't know how well that went or didn't go. They have a little 4-foot by 4-foot trailer that she can haul behind her Blazer. We'll call it a Blazer because I'm not sure what kind of vehicle it is. And it's easy for her to hook up, and, you know, people borrow it all the time. So. Alright, guys. Well, I think that's going to be it for right now. We got the starting of it. It goes that away. I just did this part, and then there's more here and a little there, and then I'm not sure what those other colors are. They may be other shades of red. Alright, guys. Well, thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great weekend. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.